Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I've decided to enter inside ArcheAge and actually try to explain to you some things about commerce, money making, gold making in this fantastic MMORPG. Now, like most MMORPGs, it's not always easy to collect the amount of gold you need to buy all the different equipments and things, and obviously you need a lot of gold in this game as well, just as much as other games, to buy all the different things you need: equipment, armors, weapons, and so forth. So hence I've decided to make this video. Luckily in this game there is this commerce system, and that if you master, it can actually allow you to have this ongoing flowing money directly in your pocket. And how do you do that? Well, this is what I'm going to show you today. This is why I'm here. We will talk about a safe route, a commerce route where you can actually bring and transport the goods that you will make yourself, and I will show you how in a moment, step by step. So here we are in this wonderful weather, this beautiful green grass behind me. Let's go and learn how to make money and profit in ArcheAge. Alright, so the very first thing we need to talk about is crafting. Crafting of the goods you will use to commerce. So there are some ingredients that you need to use, that you need to have: trimmed meat, for example, grapes, eggs and such. And you can obviously buy these things at a reasonable price at the auction house, but my suggestion is to produce them yourself. Now at the moment, as you can see, we're in Houston Plains at Royster's Camp, and just in front of Royster's Camp there is this little spot over here with all this land that you can actually use to produce some of these things. So let's have a look. Now as you see, there is this little bloke over here. You just talk to this man, and you can buy turkey chicks, for example, or normal chicks, depending on what you want to make. Now normally the ingredients go this way. You either make trimmed meat and grapes, or trimmed meat and eggs. Now I will show you how to make both. Let's talk about the second one for a moment. So you just right click on the turkey chick and place it on the land this way. And you place 5, for example, that's normally the amount, and then you can kill them, butcher them to get the meat. In this case here, over here instead, I have 5 hens, and I use them to produce the eggs. Now normally you don't really butcher the hens because they keep on making eggs, so it's more reasonable to do that. And then perhaps, so you can also have, for example, 3 hens and a couple of turkeys for the meat. So you can actually have both things, and that's as far as that is concerned. But here is another place that I find even more useful, and that is in Salsreed Peninsula, basically in the Salsreed Plains, in between Salsreed Plains and Moonswept Bay. I've left the minimap here just for you to pinpoint the exact location. And here you can use your scarecrow and actually have 8x8 land for you, where you can plant trees as well. And as you can see, I've planted 8 grapes, 8 trees to produce grapes, a vineyard. I have a vineyard here, and I'm harvesting the grape. And what you need in order to produce the things is to have 35 grapes and 50 trimmed meat. Okay, and if you have these ingredients, you can make the other kind of special goods, Nuyen goods, that you can use for commerce. So now from the Salsreed Plains, I am going towards the Moonswept Bay, as you can see in the minimap, to go to the place where I can bring all the ingredients with me and use a special machine I will show you in a moment to produce the goods that we will use for commerce. Okay, so make sure to control to see exactly where we are, and follow my trip towards this place in the minimap. Okay, so this is the place. How do you recognize it? It's a weird looking, well, wagon looking shaped house, I suppose. And what you do, you just walk towards the slot machine that there is in front of the house, right click on it, or push F as you prefer, and produce the things you want. Now if you don't have enough trimmed meat, you can easily buy that in the auction house. As you can see, it has very reasonable price. For grapes and eggs, I would rather produce it myself to increase the profit from each trip. Now as you click here, you have two things you can choose from depending on what ingredients you want to use. As you can see, you need a certificate which you can buy for 50 silvers from any general merchant in any town. You find that, and then you need trimmed meat and eggs, as you can see, for this specific specialty that you will use. And now I will show you what ingredients you need exactly for the other one. Now, what does it really change as far as the earnings and incomes? It does, but there isn't really a way to know, because it really depends on how many people bring that very same good to the gold trader that you will go to. So there isn't really a way to understand that. So in most cases, unless it's a specific quest you're doing, doesn't really matter. So just make the one that you can easily make depending on your production. Alright, so now I'm producing the goods, and in a moment I will show you in the map the exact route that I'm going to do. So we are at the moment at the Solsreed Peninsula, as we said, Moonswept Bay, and this is the map of the world. We are going to use my boat, my clipper, to reach 2 crowns. So we're going to go through this little area here, sea. I'm going to go through the sea, get to 2 crowns, walk or use the bound all the way to Edsna, and then take another ship to Sandeep, where is the place where you can get more money. We could also do it all by sea, as you can see, but it's a lot more dangerous, so it's a lot better to just cross this little area here. That's my suggestion. Try to be as close as possible to the shore, and then just go use your mount, and then use your donkey and go to Edsna, as I said, and then take a ship and go to Sandeep. The reason why we want to go to Sandeep, because we want to go as far away as possible to increase profit. Okay, so if you go to a close area, you'll only get like 4 golds. But if you go all the way to Sandeep, you can get up to 720 golds, which is really good, particularly if you're producing all the ingredients yourself, because that's 100% profit. So now I'm using my mount, my donkey, and I'm going towards the seashore, and then I will summon my clipper, and I will go to 2 crowns. Then, as I said, I will go all the way to Edsna, where my cousin is waiting for me, and then we will both use my clipper to go to Sandeep. The trip, the journey that I do in the sea and through my clipper, I am going to show you at normal speed. So the reason being that I wanted to show you how to be as safest as possible, because the reason why I try to avoid going all the way around the moor and reach the Sandeep all by sea without going to 2 crowns is simply because when you are in the sea, you could be attacked by for example, by pirates, and you can easily be attacked by people from the other faction, from the eastern part of the world. And whereas when you are mounting your donkey, unless it's an area at war, normally you're not going to be attacked unless you really get a couple of pirates over there, but it's not as common as the sea. Look at this lad here, just be careful, for goodness gracious. My goodness, almost had an accident over here. Oh, well, what can you do? So I want to show you that, okay, so this is where we're going. And I'll try to be as close as possible to the seashore, just in case I see pirates or I see, reds, basically. Because if I see that, then it would be better to just run towards the seashore, because as we are on the sand, or anywhere anyways on land, then they won't be able to attack us. But if you feel that you have a nice crew, 5 or 4 of you, and you're high level, then you can easily just go directly straight and cut through and get to 2 crowns as soon as possible. That's just up to you. I'm just showing you maybe one of the safest route. It could even be even safer if I went actually closer to the shore, but again, I don't want to waste too much of your time, so I'm just going straight this way. But always keep an eye around and have a look around, see who is next to you. If you see if you might need to be careful if there are pirates or if there are people pertaining to other factions, and particularly be careful if you see people belonging to the Marina Mercante, because people from the Marina Mercante, La Marina Mercante, are pirates, so be careful. Okay, so if you already kind of understand where I'm going here, you can easily skip this part and go to the part where I go to 2 crowns. I will show you exactly what direction I'm going to go with my donkey, but I will speed it up a little because I can understand that it could be a little bit boring. But if you want, feel free to skip it towards the part where I get again a clipper and I go to Sandeep to see the exact area. I will also write in the comments below, in the description of the video, short links so you can click and go directly where you want to go if you want to have a look again at the actual route that I'm doing, but without having to look it up for yourself. That's going to make it a little easier. Okay, so we can see the seashore over there, the beach, and that's where I'm going to go. So we'll go there, and then I will continue the trip. Okay, so I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright, welcome back. So now that I am here, I'm just summoning my donkey and I'm going to go as straight as possible towards Edna. So again, if you already know the way to Edna, then you don't really need to watch the whole, to watch me go all the way there, because I'm just going straight as much as possible, get to the city. I will put a little bit of music here, just in case you want to watch it and enjoy the sight, so that's going to make it a little bit more enjoyable. If not, I will just see you back. As you can see, I've sped up a little bit here, so I wish my donkey could walk like that. I'm not using carrots because my donkey still hasn't got the level to do that. But once you might want to increase the level of your donkey a little bit, at least level 20, so that you can use the carrots. I think it's 20 or 22, I don't remember, but so that you can use the carrots to increase the speed. But it's not going to increase it that much. It is an improvement, but not that much. Okay, so let's put a little bit of music, and I'll talk to you later when we reach Edna's docks. Alright, so here we are. We reached the docks, and this character over here is my cousin, as you may have guessed. So I'm going to use my clipper, and through that we're going to go through the sea as I've showed you in the map earlier. And this part I'm not going to slow down because I want to fast forward, because I want to show you exactly how I make it safer and where we should go. And so if you already have an overall idea on how to get to 2 crowns, then I suggest you to just sorry, not to 2 crowns, how to get to Sand Deep. Then I'd suggest to just skip it and maybe go forward and see exactly the moment where we reach the gold dealer. But for all the others, just make sure you see this. So you see from here, as I'm going to show you now in the map, again we're going to do the very similar thing. We're going to go straight, but we need to be careful not to be too far away from the shores, as if they attack us, then that could be a problem. So we might need to go to the shores, but again it's not as easy as we did for 2 crowns here. We would have to go all the way back, and it will be a bit complicated. So this is really the riskiest part of this whole trip, but it's not too long, as you can see from the map that I'll show you in a moment. And so again, just make sure that if you're going alone, just look left and right all the time, because unfortunately ships and boats spawn at an actual, not very long distance. So we want to go all the way to that lighthouse over there on the left side. That's where we want to go. That's where the gold dealer is. So again, it's not that much of a long distance, but we could see enemies. Now, if you see, for example, there you go, there is a ship over there. So we need to be careful. We don't know if it's an enemy. We don't know if it's a pirate. We don't know if he belongs to the other factions. We just try to see that if we can with the cursor. We didn't see it, but I didn't seem to be bothered, so that was okay. It was a bit risky, but it was okay. So we continue. Try not to be too far away, as I said, from the shore, because we could go all the way there, although that's not really going to help us. But at least pirates wouldn't be able to well, they could come and fight us in the sun if they're pirates. If they belong to the other faction, they couldn't. And again, that could be a place where we can go just in case. And again, if you kill a pirate in the land, it's kind of risky for them as well. So most of them will just not do it unless they have a huge majority of people, in which case they would. Now, this structure that you see here in front of me is a fortress, and you could go through it if you wanted to. I mean, there is a little passage in between. But I'm just going to go around it this way. We're going to go through it this way, and it could be dangerous here because there could be ships there hiding, for example, waiting to attack or to ambush us, which could be a problem. Also, because often when you see enemies, then they just keep on trying to stop you, to attack you, and that could be a big problem. So, okay, 2 ships over there. This is risky. This is really risky. I hope we can make it, actually, because I'm not saying it would screw the video, because at the end of the day I would actually show you how things could really go bad, but I hope that I can reach a gold dealer, otherwise I'll have to go all the way back. So okay, let's see what they do. Let's see who they are. So my cousin is checking on them. There is another ship here. This is really risky at the moment. Normally this, oh my goodness, they are reds. They are reds, but they're going the other way, and they have some aggro from a shark. Okay, my cousin is just telling, because I'm just looking forward, but my cousin who is looking backward is telling me that that they are turning around to pursue us, and normally when they do that, they tend to be rather relentless. There you go. I'm having a look. I can't really see them because probably they wasted a lot of time, but there is a ship on the left side, so this is getting risky. But I still want to go to the gold dealer over there on the left side, so I'm just staying here just in case we need. I can just stir and go to the right side and just go to that beach for a moment, just to wait for them to go away. There is another boat over there. Okay, normally it's not this risky, okay? Today is probably because this area is at war, so there are more people from the other region. This is also one thing to consider. Okay, those are not a problem. That's good. Okay, so I'd say let's just go for the gold dealer. Never mind the beach for now. Look at the beautiful water. Probably I shouldn't think about that for the moment. Okay, so we might want to be careful about, okay, that ship looks okay, so we can continue. So yeah, we'll just go, okay, okay, that was close. So you need to be careful when, okay, now we are in a peace region, there's a peace period, so now, unless they are pirates, okay, since we are in the sea, even if they're not pirates, they could still attack us. But normally during peace period, not that many people come over here, belonging to the other faction. So the only ones that we need to be careful of are the pirates. Now, I don't like this boat waiting here, but they are greens, so I think that it's okay. Right. Okay, we are almost there. We have almost made it. Normally we don't get this much trouble, but it's good to show you this as well. Normally you can just go straight and do your business. But then again, this is also part of the fun, isn't it? Okay, we are safe now. Let me get rid of the boat so we can go to the ladder. And we are already safe here because there are the sentinels, the guards, and they just attack anyone who attacks you. And they normally one-shot you even if you are level 50. There is a red there, but he can't do anything because we are under the protection of the sentries. And there you go. So now we just go to the gold dealer and get the money. So as you see, it didn't take that long. 15 minutes, 20 minutes maximum, well, maybe 20 minutes normally. Yeah, 20 minutes, and here is your income. And so you can repeat that over and over and over again, and you get the gold the following day normally. Okay, I hope this helped you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for my next tutorial for ArcheAge. If there is anything you want me to talk about ArcheAge, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much indeed. Goodbye.